So welcome back to race round 18 for Qatar, which involves a sprint race. Williams P4 in the championship, our second season with Williams. We are definitely moving in the right direction. We've got potentially an ERS penalty to take in this race as well, which is going to be frustrating, but I feel like we're going to have to at least take it one more time. So I'll show you the parts before we complete the practice session. And yeah, we're going to need something pretty good. Car parts damaged. So obviously, we're going to go to lower on the practice session. That is, I mean, ERS is okay for Albon. I think it was just the ERS he was using. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. We're going to use that 43 gearbox, and that is nice. And car parts will change as well. We'll just use that. It doesn't really matter too much. Obviously, it affects your performance, but obviously I'm not using them, and they're going to be a lot quicker in the qualifying session. So we'll go with that, and let's get into our first qualifying session. So here we go then into Q1. We've got cars going out nice and early already, as we look to set the grid for the sprint. So the Williams goes out right behind the McLaren. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get ahead of that one, but we haven't. So we don't want to take manual control. We will let them absolutely push. Albon's going to get very held up. This is going to be a poor lap, and Albon has already gone off. So we're going to pull him in, and it's all down to Porsche. And Porsche is going to get blocked up, although he has done 2 purple, which no surprise. He's the first car round. So Albon is in. Let's just see. Look at that. Albon 30 seconds down, and we definitely got to look at some. I don't really want to go. I'm going to go used. We've got plenty of time. And we will send, again, see what sort of time we can get back with Albon. Another lock up from Magnussen. Tell you what, Porsche's time, really good actually. 2 tenths quicker. And we're going to see what sort of time Albon's going purple as well. Are we in the mix here? In qualifying. So then Q1 is complete. We only needed the one time, Theo and Albon, and we weren't far off. And I think we did have a bit of traffic as well. Albon dropped to P9, Theo P3, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton all taking penalties. And this is why we have really looked after our stuff, because actually it's helping us at the moment. Albon's going to have to go for a new set of softs. No way we're running them old softs again. Porsche is going out though on some old bangers. We're going to get ahead of that McLaren. McLaren pretty eager this weekend, and we're going to see what time. I mean, hopefully we don't get stuck behind a few cars again. They are coming back out. Alonso is going to get in the way if Porsche is probably going to get some traffic here. What, 22.6? Yeah, he's not that far off actually, Porsche. He's going to come across the line now. He's going to do a 22. Oh, 22.9. Don't like that at all. We're going to have to go again, I think, with Porsche. With Porsche in P6, we are going to send him on another lap. Albon, I'm going to just hold fire. We're going to try and hold some of them tyres now after his extra usage in Q1. So we're going to let him go. We're going to see what time Porsche has. Remember, in Q1, he was a great time. So we're going to try and do the same again. Both drivers starting to pick it up now later on in the season after a mid-season crumble where we couldn't keep the car on the track. Through the first sector, he doesn't improve on some new softs. That's disappointing. But where did he really get held up, though? Potentially in the middle sector. Can we go green in the middle, or is it going to be a no look for us? We're going to get another car, Aston Martin. We're not improving at all. That could be dangerous for a Q3 qualification. We're not going to go out with Albon. We're going to come across the line now with Porsche. Is he going to improve in the final sector? No. Very disappointing. But the good news is, I think we're going to survive. Russell going to be out? Oh, Russell scrapes in P9. Looking like he was going to be out. And Q2 is done. 22.379 for Max so far. So does anybody fancy a Q3 opportunity? Well, I do. We're going on to soft tyres used again this time round. P4, P7. Manage qualifying 3. Here we go. Let's see what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. Go out on the used tyres. We're going to go out early. Make sure we get no traffic. We're going to put a lap time in. See if it's good enough. Because I say no traffic, Verstappen has just exited the pits and Ocon's probably just held Porsche up. So not great. And across the line, 22.6. Porsche's coming as well, probably going to be slower based on that traffic. Yes, 5 tenths. Porsche off the pace, so we're going to have to go again, we know that. Let's see how long it lasts for. I mean, we're already faster than Stroll. Verstappen sits behind as well. That is interesting. New softs going to be bolted on here. And we're going to wait. Oh, Perez, this is on used tyres. If we improve, we are on for our pole position. Legit pole position. Oh, we got 1:22, quite a short lap. We're going to let cars go out ahead of us. And then we're going to send now. So we're going to send Albon. 2:55. Leaving this track conditions as best as we can for our final run. Perez is behind us, so Perez will be the last car to basically go across the line, I think, until we notice. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get on to the front row? Albon about to start his lap. We'll go on board, and here we go. We are off. Come on, boys. Come on, Williams. New tyres. Let's show us what you've got in Qatar. Lassalle. We're only a 1/10 off Perez. And let's see what sort of sector we do first time round. Yellow. Damn it. We didn't want that. 26.0. And a 26.2. It's improvement. It's not great from Porsche again, though. New tyres not coming into the window again. Used tyres seemingly better on the first run. Green in the middle, 28.7, that's better. So chances are of some improvement here. 29, I mean, he's way off it, Porsche. He is just not performing well. And then, down the straight we go. Albon. Where's he going to go? Doesn't improve. Doesn't improve. Porsche doesn't improve either. P9 for Porsche. That is... I'm not too happy with that. We should be a lot better. How could we not improve on brand new soft tyres? But free grid penalties coming in. That's going to put us onto the front row anyway. And it's going to put Porsche around P5. So here we go. Sprint time. I think mediums have got to be the ones that we run. Absolutely. And it's 19 laps. We're going to start on the front row. Can we get the 5th and 9th? Oh, grid penalties don't count until the race, do they? What an idiot. Oh. What if I just started him on? What have I just started Porsche on? Please tell me it's mediums. And we are. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. We're going to go battle assist. We're going to get... what looks to be an okay start. We ride on board with Alex Albon, who's got the outside of the Ferrari of Leclerc, and he's trying to get past him. These soft tyres won't make it to the end, and there's quite a lot of soft tyres. So, I mean, a two-stop race here in Qatar is interesting. If we can hold fire with them, we should be able to cruise this to a decent finishing position. But we've got to cruise fire first. Keep with them. They're going to be quick. We're going to push early on. Like you can see, they're going to be so fast at the end. So a two-stop could be beneficial. But we are the only ones, pretty much, apart from Russell and Hamilton, the two Mercedes, that are going with us. You can see us just drifting out now already of DRS. But we've got it back to 6 tenths. We're going to just give it maybe a lap more of pushing. And then we'll cut back down because we want to obviously manage these tyres. Remember, if they're going to pit, they're going to go like 18, 20 seconds behind. But 7 tenths is the gap still. Porsche is right behind the Mercedes of George Russell. Needing to make moves. 8 tenths for Albon. He's trying to... I mean, soft tyres are quick anyway, but for these, two of the best teams this season. And now we're going to cut down. So expect us to drop back quite handsomely here. We're going to cut back on him as well. So expect us to play the long game. 7 tenths. And we're ahead of Stroll. Stroll's on the softs. Expect us to go backwards before the pit stops. and then hopefully we can come back when, hopefully they don't attack us too hard at the end. So 15 laps to go. Everybody is coming past us. We are on 84%. We are down to P7 and P11. But they haven't got too far ahead. It's only 8 seconds, and they should have to pit. What are we lapping like? Well off the pace. Let's be honest. We've got Alonso chasing us down and Russell. So we are off the pace, but we will jump back up again. And that means currently with the 8-second gap, they've got to gain another 10, 12, 15 seconds on us and to come back through the field. So this is going to be interesting. This is finely balanced, but we're probably going to lose out a few more positions first before these soft tyres do eventually run out. So we are just managing to last now. But the thing is, last season, when we raced in Qatar, these soft tyres didn't make it to the end. They all pit, and we've only got 7 laps to go. We are only 13.9 seconds off the lead, and we are just going to move to a bit more aggressive now for both drivers, because there's going to be pit stops around the corner any moment now. And if we can do that, we would inherit the lead at the moment. But these cars are going to be so quick if they pit. That is our problem. 14 seconds is the gap. But hopefully we can start bringing that down a little bit. So it's just around that 14.1. Be better if we could get a bit of DRS. Let's watch the lap times. 26.7. We are lapping a lot closer now to their times. They go down the straight. Are they going to try and hang on at the end of this race, or is it going to be a last gasp pit stop? Because I don't see these softs lasting at all. We do a 26.3. We match Verstappen. We are faster than everybody else. And mediums will last to the end. So as long as we keep that going, look at these. They're down to 37s with 5 laps. Surely they're not hanging out there. Surely we've got a massive chance of even winning this race, because it's still 14.1. That's 6, 7, 8 seconds they've got to catch back up later on. And I tell you what, we are lapping faster now. That is evident, because we are catching the cars ahead. They're surely going to hang this out then. I've got no other option. That they're going to have to, and we're lapping 1.5 seconds quicker than some of them now. We're going to leave the fuel pushing. We're going to try. You can see how much he's struggling here. We are right up the back of them, and we're going to potentially make a move. Soft tyres, we're through. Tyres are going off very quickly. We are catching everybody. Porsche now catching as well. Watch the exit. They are going to the end. They are going to the end on these tyres. I'm very shocked. Now we're going to top up. We are coming to the straight, but we should have enough pace here on Porsche. There we go. We're now back up to P11. We have got still 3 laps to go. Look at the tyres. 31s and 28s. We have got, and look at that, we are now lapping 5 tenths quicker than Verstappen. This is our strongest chance of a great result. There's a big gap, but 3 laps can go pretty quickly in this game. And now we're going to deploy again. Let's get that gap closer. Porsche, let's deploy again as well. Close the gap round the final sector. We're 10th now. Where are we going to move? We're going to go to the inside. We're into P5. We have got the better tyre management here. Now the Alonso of Lance Stroll is in danger. Still 3 laps to go. We're going to conserve down. We're going to conserve down. We are flying along here. 26.2, second a lap. What a sprint race this is. Everyone's tyres really struggling now. We need to get past Albon. Well, Albon needs to get past Stroll, but it's pretty tricky to overtake in some parts. We're going to push the fuel. We're going to deploy. We could actually go attacking on the tyres, but I want to keep some weight in there. And here we go. Last corner. We are into P4. Let the fun begin. Still 11.9 seconds. We are topping up. We are back and coming back strong. Can we go attacking? Probably. Porsche, can he go attacking? Probably. We're going to go easy on the fuel. Let's just give it everything. That gap is going to be coming down. It's going to be coming down quickly. We're going to go to neutral. This is chances here. What's Hamilton on? Mediums as well. We've got double medium ahead of us. Albon is lapping okay. It's 9 tenths now. This gap is crumbling. But we're not going to have enough in it to give it our all. Last lap. Now we're coming at the Ferrari. We can get up to P3 here. Easy. Look at the lap times. We are 2 seconds quicker than the Red Bulls. Nearly 3 seconds quicker than Perez. We are deploying everything now. Porsche's stuck behind Hamilton. He's going to try the outside route. He's not going to get it. Sadly, because we could have got a few more places here. What about now? He's going to try the inside line. P9 for Porsche. This man is now on fire. Look at the gap. He's crumbling for Albon. 4.8. But they're going to survive the Red Bulls. And Porsche, can he get up to P8? Sadly, we had to take some pain early on. But round the final corner, it is going to be P9 for Porsche, P3 for Albon. And that is solid. We will take P3 in the sprint. I'm sure penalties are coming as well. Alex Albon. Medium strategy was perfect there. Perez doesn't take a penalty, but Max Verstappen does. Leclerc does, Sainz does. So we're going to be in a great chance for this race, I tell you. We are on a strong chance. And I like the soft medium to be honest. So let's go with that. We're in a great position in this race. We are starting, as you see, P2 and P6. Big chances for points. Come on, boys. And you can see, Williams, right hand side. There's softs out there. There's mediums out there. We're going to turn on battle assist. We're going to go to Albon, who's got not a great start. Oh no, press the wrong button, folks. Sorry. P3, we've lost out to Stroll. That's annoying, especially on the soft tyres. Porsche's now up to P7. He's just got Norris, and he's looking for a move on Russell as well. Can he get that job done? That would be a big move early on, and I tell you what, he does. So that's a great move. Albon's P3, P6. So we've just seen that overtake by ourselves. Now we're going to look at Stroll, who is on mediums. We're going to be attacking him down the straights. Obviously we've got good high speed, and we're going to also got the soft tyres against the mediums. So here we go, down the straight, no DRS enabled, remember. And there's going to be no move so far. We're going to top back up with both. And Porsche's just behind. We're going to go aggressive. Just let's look after tyres a little bit, because we're in 2 temps. We are getting pretty hot. We're using fuel. We're going to wait for DRS. We've got 8 temps to Ocon. So Ocon's scoring well. Gasly not scoring well, down in P14. If we can just see this out. But I think it's going to be... Aston Martin we know are quick. We know Red Bull are very quick. So we're just going to cut down, I think. Let's go back to standard early on. We might be a bit of pain, but I feel like it's going to help us later in the race. 7 we could go for a fastest lap at the end as well, get an extra point. If we can, that is. Should be able to. But Leclerc's just got Porsche. Leclerc, does that mean Porsche actually got... No. Leclerc, turn 1. Oh, he jinxed it. He didn't look like he was going for it, and then he did. So, 9 temps, Albon trying to keep whilst not burning through his tyres. So he's trying to jump in there. I mean, don't be surprised if Ocon and that come flying past us if they're pushing harder at the moment. We are out of DRS as well. So Leclerc has just got us. We kind of got bogged down behind Stroll. We lost a second, and that has caused a turn 1 opportunity to the outside. Charles Leclerc on the mediums. Remember, Ferrari is still good in this F1 Manager. That's no small feat that the Ferrari has just blitzed past us. They are on medium tyres as well. We're going to be coming in for a pit stop soon. And where are we actually going to come out? I mean, we're going to come out down here. Like, that's in quite a lot of traffic. So we'll see. But we've dropped 8 tenths. That Ferrari, very quick. Porsche's only a tenth behind Alonso. We're going to deploy here. See if we can get him on the straight. DRS will open. We'll swing to the right-hand side. And we are finally past Fernando Alonso. Great little move as we battle it out. The master versus the rookie. Well, second rookie, let's say. And let's watch that again. Into turn 1. DRS open. And we make that move nicely before even turn 1 has arrived. So straight down the straight, we are ahead. Right on board with Alonso at the moment. We're going to start pushing with Albon in a minute. He's coming into a pit phase. We're going to have to look at after mediums at some point because we're going to have to extend it out, which is not the best for us. But it's still 1.8 seconds. And the medium tyres are still burning pretty quick. We are in the pit window. Second to Ocon. Oh, 0.8 now. It is closing. So I think we go this lap now. I think we push everything here. And what we're going to do is going to pit onto the medium tyres. And Hulkenberg spun, but hasn't affected us. Sadly, that would have been a nice time to get a VSC. Albon's in the pit, so he's going to drop backwards. Porsche's in P5. He's got Alonso right behind him. On tyres, though, we're slightly more used. Good, decent pit time for us, that is. We're going to have to work on that next season. Where is he going to come out, Albon? And at the moment, yeah, he's got some nice air. He's a second behind this little battle. And this little battle should see Bottas come in, Gasly and Magnussen fairly soon. Verstappen's down in P12. Didn't quite see what happened to him. Grid penalty, that's what happened. Remember that now. So we've got the mediums up to usage. We've got the fuel up to usage. We're going to deploy because we're going to need to get ahead of these pretty quick. Here comes Alonso. And he's just pushing a little bit harder than us at the moment. Albon right behind these two. We're surely going to move to the left-hand side and make this easy. And we're coming back through the field. Little jink. And we're through. Maybe we can get Bottas. I'm going to leave him pushing the ERS here because this car will be struggling on the soft tyres. It's an Alfa Romeo anyway. Not that it needs any encouragement to overtake. But we're not getting too much held up. I mean, last lap, obviously this is our first lap running. And here we go. Sainz has just got Porsche. Not too worried about that. Everyone else, we just had a few rough laps by the look of it. And now we're getting held up, is Albon, as we go into the final corner. Down the straight. Gasly in the pit. We do a 29.1 still. That's pretty quick. Faster than most cars around. And Porsche, we're still looking after tyres. 46%, we're roughly around where we want to be. And now 5.3 is the gap to make up for Albon. So Leclerc pits. Leclerc from one of the early runners. Now in the pits on lap 20. And he's going to come out ahead of Albon as expected. Not far away though, 2.9. And Hamilton, we're going to come flying past in a minute too. Porsche is in his pit window nearly. We're going to just push some fuel. And try and just close that gap. Albon trying to hunt down Hamilton here. We're going to push. We don't want to push at all these mediums if we can help it. And Sainz is in. Be interesting to see where Sainz comes out in relation to Albon. And I think Sainz is already trundling down the pit lane. I think might have had a pit stop issue. He's now coming out. Sainz did have a pit stop issue. And is there a potential move from Hamilton? No. So Sainz coming out now. Big slow stop. We can't get ahead at the moment. It is still where we sit. So a couple of the leaders now in the pits. Porsche's going to carry on. And what we're going to do is just the last corner. Yes, it is. So with these coming in, we are now going to attack absolutely hard. Take that off. We'll pit on to another set of mediums. Take that off as we're just conserving. So we need a good lap from Porsche here. Need a very good lap. Would be nice if we can get it. Albon's up to P8 again. And he's lapping A lot quicker than Norris, as you'd expect, not quicker than there. Verstappen's up to P4, but we're lapping 2 tenths quicker than him. And we could be making some gains. We've got Sainz 6.5 seconds behind us. Porsche is pitting this lap, but he's absolutely flying. Green sectors all the time. That is what we need for a solid in-lap. That is very solid in-lap. Let's push a bit more on Albon. Where's Porsche going to come back out? Albon's going to take over as expected. And Albon is going to get back ahead of some of these cars. What they're going to go on to, though? Be interested in mediums. They're not getting mediums 24 laps, because I've barely got my mediums 24 laps. So be interesting to see. I think they've got to go 2-stop here. Got to go 2-stop. They started on mediums, to be fair. So Albon's in P4. We are still topping up. Porsche's P9. And is 2.5 seconds back from Alonso. So we're just going to go standard. Look after fuel. We'll go back on to top up. And we'll do the same for Albon. Verstappen's in the pits. Was leading, but obviously big changes in that with his penalty. Hopefully Porsche will get back past him. Don't think he will. Oh, actually, he's coming down pretty quick here. He will get past him quite comfortably, but he'll come back. What tyre does Verstappen go on? Softs. He'll definitely be pitting again then. So, it is settling down. P3 and P8 then at the moment. Snowden's had a pit stop issue. Sainz is going purple on them new mediums. Remember, Albon's going mediums at the end. So 6.4 to Perez. Leclerc looked pitted early, didn't he? No, he didn't. We were one of the first, one of the last with Porsche. So a lot of mixed strategies. You can see Sainz lapping a couple of attempts quicker as Verstappen on the soft tyres comes straight past Porsche. Completely caught me by surprise. And look at that, he did a 1:31. Apparently we did a 29.0 and he still overtook us. Interesting. But let's see what we can do. We've got to go long attack later on in this race. I feel that's going to be the best one. So we are really struggling. Alonso's got Albon. Porsche's just got Hamilton. And yet again, like last season, we just don't have pace in this track. It just suddenly seems to disappear. Verstappen is now got past as well. So even though we're on the mediums, we are a bit out of sync with everyone around us. We are lapping so much slower. Like Hamilton's 5 tenths quicker, Russell's quicker, Ocon isn't. We cross the line, we do a 29.1. Look at that. Nearly 3 seconds quicker. And we are just 2 seconds a lap slower than the rest of these. Porsche now into the 28.0s. So it's not going that great at the minute. We just can't seem to find the pace. But we are coming into a pit stop shortly. In the next 5 or 6 laps. Surely we could go softs. I mean, softs lasted 15 laps. We'd have to pit on lap 42, so probably not. But we are struggling. But Porsche must have heard me on the radio. He's back ahead. Turn 1, down the straight. Battling with the Mercedes under the lights. And we are in to P1 and P2. P1, P2? What am I on about? P7 and P10. Now, down the straight, we're sitting duck at the moment. We can't do anything. Albon has just been overtaken. Down to P8. Porsche and Hamilton are fighting each other again. Hamilton's on the softs, though. And Hamilton's on very used softs. Just the speed from the DRS helping him back through. So, just got to probably clear that car, really. If we can. And I'll probably just send deploy maybe shortly. We'll just wait a minute. Get DRS back down the straight. Maybe we won't need DRS down the straight because here we come. We're going to deploy now. Will Hamilton fly off to the pits though? Shortly. We're about to find out. DRS detection point. We've got him anyway before we get to the last corner. And we are through. We're going to be on softs, remember, at the end. That's going to be lovely. I'm going to enjoy that one. But at the minute, we just don't have pace. 28.9, 28.1. Yeah, I mean the leaders and that 127s, 126s. We just can't live with that. Verstappen absolutely flying on them soft tyres. Hopefully we can do the same with Porsche later in this race. But Albon coming into the pit window. We're going to try and go a couple of laps longer. If we can, we're going to be fine. But I feel like a lot of these have gone mediums. They're going to go to softs. So actually, a mediums, they're all going to go to softs. We're not going to have any benefit. They're all going to be on the same tyres, which I hoped for. We'd have the benefit. So not sure what we do here, but maybe starting soft softs or soft mediums wasn't the best choice for Albon. We wanted to use them softs at the end when they mattered. Pourchaire now into the 27.5s. Better lap by Pourchaire. It was 2 seconds quicker than Hamilton. Perez is in the pits. Don't think we're going to be troubling Perez. We're about that pit stop behind at the minute. He's got to go mediums, Perez. No way you're getting 21 laps on softs. And he has gone mediums. He comes out. Albon's not going to get ahead. Nowhere near. And pit time is coming. Feel like I'm going to go one more lap. One more lap. Pourchaire's okay though, and he'll peel away to the pits now. So he's in medium tyres. That's all he can do. Pourchaire's going to softs later in this race. He's managing well at the moment. He's going to move into P10 or into P9 even. Sainz coming out on the hards. He's got ahead of Pourchaire, so that's an interesting tyre choice by Carlos Sainz. Norris out there on the softs. Albon, okay pit time. We're going to just push early. We should be okay to push a little bit. And who have we got ahead? It is Norris. We need to clear Norris ASAP here, because that will be one slow moving car. As Verstappen pits. Can we now get ahead? Yeah, battery. Do one. I need more battery. But we're going to get the McLaren, surely. And then we'll cut back down. Wow, McLaren in. Does that mean we still get DRS? No. Damn, you could have just stayed out for a lap, couldn't you? So we're going to go standard. Albon into P10. So that should be P10 worst case scenario, really, for Albon. And it is just Sainz who is the one that's out there, who has gone way different to everybody else. Very, very different. But that's interesting. We're going to bring Pourchaire in. Ocon pits, comes back out on the soft tyres. That is the strategy to go on to now. Albon gets ahead, but it's not going to be for long, because he's not going to be able to hold this up. Never in a million years. Pourchaire's going to drop down the order a fair bit. That's his problem. But Hamilton, questionable whether they'll get to the end. Probably would. 11 laps, long time. Especially around Qatar with its heat. 35 degrees nearly at the moment. But Pourchaire's going to come into the pits. He's lapping now in the greens. We're going to go for a fastest lap as well, I feel. And he's in, Stroll's in. We're going to cut down Albon. Albon's going to have Ocon right behind. He is a sitting duck, Albon. And there you go, Pourchaire. If Pourchaire comes out in clear air, we'll go for a fast lap. Might not matter, because look where we are. But I think we have got clear air. Where's Gasly? Quite up the road. So yes, we're going to go for a fast lap. We're just going to look after these tyres a minute. We're going to top everything up. And then we're going to see what sort of bullet time we can do. That's got to be the best way. And hopefully we'll catch some of these as well. Albon P7 is going to have Ocon. Well, the air Ocons are gone. Alright, let's not even watch that. Jesus, that's going to come straight past us. So is probably Russell. Unless their tyres run out towards the end. But Ocon, here he goes. Pourchaire now. We're going to attack. We're going in for fast lap. And again, Albon moves down. Pourchaire's going for it. Let's see what lap times he can do. He's happy with that strategy. Not so much Albon. His confidence is high. And we're going to see if we can do a purple first sector. Leclerc's got fastest lap so far. We go green, 26.6 in the first. What about can we come through the middle? Can we sneak a fastest lap? 3 greens could still get it. What do we do? Purple, 29.0. This is our best chance of taking a point if we get into the top 10. We are catching a car as well. That might help with a bit of slipstreaming. And as we come down the straight, we do. Ocon takes fastest lap, but we now take fastest lap. So we'll cool the tyres down now. We've had our fun. And in the meantime, who have we got ahead of us? We have got Gasly. And just on last lap, look, we were 3.5 seconds quicker by doing that push than Gasly, so he should be able to get past him pretty quickly. I mean, that is unbelievable pace. 1:24.2. I'll be very surprised if anybody beats that. But we've got to get in the top 10 if we want to have that point count. Every point counts. Albon's P9. I mean, Russell's overtaken him on some used softs, only at 59%. Hamilton is not really near us, so yeah, the question is, let's see what we can do. Porsche got Gasly now, still ahead of him. And tyres took a hit through that stage, but now we're right behind. We will push the ERS system shortly. Did I say Gasly has to pit? He doesn't, potentially. So we are going to deploy shortly. Should be able to keep within. Tyres are hot, I know. If you overtake this car ahead, you'll have a chance of calling them down, mate. So, 5 tenths. Close up nicely. Here comes DRS. Jesus, we hardly catch. We've got to make the move. And we don't. Tyres are getting killed here. 2 tenths. Lots of last laps look like. Look at that. 7 tenths quicker. Well, 5, 6 tenths. Albon quicker than Hamilton. That's the main thing, but not as quick as Russell. Lapping okay, Albon. But 3 tenths is the gap. I mean, we could go aggressive, but I don't really want to. Here comes Porsche. Again. Can't find the move. He's got to get this move done. As we come out the final corner. We're going to deploy again. I know we've got no ERS, but we really need this position. And we're going to take it, P11. That puts us on the track of chasing down Hamilton. Because Hamilton... Oh, wow. Gasly coming back at us. Absolutely not. Hamilton, we are P9, P11. See, our pace just disappeared. It disappeared last year around here. 2.4. Last lap, we are 6 tenths quicker. So 3 laps to go. We're going to stay on board. Fuel a bit of an issue for Albon. We accidentally pushed him too far and kind of reduced the fuel. Albon, though, is caught up to Russell. And Russell is on very used tyres. Stroll is as well, but I think we're way further behind than him. We are probably just going to go aggressive. And we've got Porsche now 1.3. We are probably just going to steep on standard. Can't make a move into the first corner. So this move's got to come. We've got to be moving ourselves up to P8. And I think that will then be it for moves. So I don't think there's anybody else we can really get unless Stroll properly. Stroll, we're only... Yeah, we're 12 seconds off. We're not going to catch him. Last few laps, Hamilton's picked the pace up. And that is because Porsche is coming. And we're going to try and use our ERS down the straight again. To try and catch this Mercedes who's struggling in George Russell. Deploy down the straight is the recipe of the day. Can we get him? Move to the left hand side. That does see us pass the Mercedes.
2 laps to go.
And that is a good move. Porsche catching as well.
That's good.
We are after Mercedes here.
Build this back up. Yes.
We're going to top up again. But good laps. Let's check the intervals. I mean, Russell really struggling. 1.3 now already. 3 seconds behind. It is all about Porsche. Can he take a point from Mercedes after a pretty disappointing race here? You have to admit. So, we're going to go attack. We are going to go attack.
I'm happy to push on if we can.
We're kind of pointless with Albon. Because he's not going to catch anybody. But the question is, can Porsche catch Hamilton? We're going to deploy out of the last corner. Well, we're not even going to wait for DRS. We're going to fly straight by. And we're going to... Oh my god. Fuel, fuel, fuel. On Albon. Oh my god, I just spotted that. Should be okay. Conserving hard. Please go green. Yeah, there you go. Back into green, folks. Don't worry. Porsche's closing. Porsche is closing on Russell. Let's push. Russell really struggling here. Russell is really struggling. Around the outside we go. We have got up to P8 and 9. We're going to celebrate that. It's a poor race, but we're going to celebrate it. Great move by Porsche to rescue something in this race. We will take that. Albon's going to come home P8. Porsche's going to come home P9. We're in the points. That's all that matters. But man, we struggled hard. I didn't think we would. Didn't think we would. But there you go. Down 6, look. Remember, we started like second on the grid. We just don't have pace at Qatar. We just never seem to have it. We'll go back to the... Look at that. Oh, we should have been 5th or 3rd, I think. Maybe we should have started on the wrong strategies. Sadly, we didn't get a clause for Porsche to finish where he needed to be. But that is Qatar done. We've got some more parts that are stocking up now. We've got round 19 where we go to Austin for another sprint race. But yeah, at the minute, quite a while to go into that race, over a week. But in theory, Williams looking good in the championship. We have done some damage. Again, Mercedes 10 points adrift. Well, we gained 10 points. We are now 26 points ahead in our fight for P4 in the championship.